Hey guys, what's going on? It's UA72 Riddle on the forums. Got another good review for you guys today. Mod I've been playing with for a while now. Was really excited to get. Any of you that have seen my original videos know that my Orion was my absolute favorite mod out there. Well, now it's been replaced. It's been replaced by the Orion v2.1. Show you some of the differences about this one. This one gives you this is an all stainless steel hybrid being battery, tank, and atomizer all in one shot. This one gives you the extension tube, which gives you the option to use an 18650, or you can take the extension tube out, run it in 16340. Now, that is a small mod. That is a stealth mod right there. The only thing you're seeing is the top. This is an 18350 mod with a G-Bell Genesis tank on it. There's your difference. It doesn't get much smaller than this, and a mod that small that can pack the punch that this one can pack is absolutely phenomenal. Me personally, since it is so small, I just prefer to keep it in the 18650 mode. And here's a Pravari Mini with the extended cap on it, so it's got a 18490 in there with the Penelope. You can see the size difference in that. And then, let's see here. This is a mini lava tube, 18350, with a lined stainless steel. Way smaller than that one. So, for an 18650 mod that is going to last you pretty much all day long, it doesn't get any better than this. The finish on this one I like a lot better. It hasn't been polished, so it's not a big fingerprint magnet, but it still looks absolutely fantastic. It's classy as hell. It doesn't get any better than an all-in-one mod like this. Show you some of the features that I like about it. Alright, with this mod, take this extension tube off, you might be able to see a little bit better. You've got the Pelpo switch inside right there, which just runs on it's got a screw running it through the middle to the top that makes your center post right there. And there's an O-ring down in the bottom, down inside the body there, to keep any condensation from getting down into your switch. But because of that switch in there, the way he designed it, you see the spring on it there, so your battery actually goes in negative in first. One of the upgrades they did to it was in the bottom cap they put this little nipple in there. And what that does is that keeps you from having to put a magnet on the end of your battery, which is what I had to do and still have to do with my original Orion. Then of course the extension tube is an upgrade. I believe it was in the version 2 that he came out with that. Now your switch, the button is set flush, so unless you actually just put your finger in there, putting it in your pocket or something, it's not going to fire. On the top cap, they countersunk the tip instead of it being flush, and that allows the condensation to go back down into the tank instead of all in your mouth. The other thing that they did, as you can see, there's your switch right here. Here's your button. The air hole and the wick are set up to be on the side. At first that kind of concerned me. I didn't really like the idea of that at first, but the more I've used it, I realized why he done it that way, and I'm glad that he did, because that is what put this mod as my absolute top favorite mod. I can use this either with my thumb or with my finger, and the wick still stays in the juice, and it stays plenty wet. I haven't had any dry hit issues with this. I haven't had any problems at all with making the coil and the wick. There's no arcing off on the body. No nothing. It's just been absolutely perfect since day one of me getting it. I couldn't be happier that I've got this. The top design on the top allows you to use dual coils. You got two screws there into the body, and then your center post. You can run dual coils, the U-shaped wick, mesh, any other kind of wick that you want to use. Totally set this up any way that you want to give you the bait that you want. The tank, I would like a little bit bigger tank. I think I can get like 2 mil in here, but I mean, for me that's not too bad. If I fill that up right before I go to work, there's enough in there to last me until I get home. It wouldn't last me all day long if I was driving, but that's the reason I went and bought these bottles here. Now this is a crappy one. I wouldn't. These work okay, but the bottles just aren't good quality. You can see all the dents in the bottle. Not really good quality, but this was a lifesaver. And I don't have to carry a syringe. I don't have to do any of that. Just pop it in. A little bit longer needle would be better because it does tend to want to leak out. But this does the job. I mean, quickly and easily. Don't have to carry a syringe, just carry my bottle with me, and it's easy to top it off even if it didn't last me all day long. Even if I did have to fill up at work, with a bottle like this, it would be no problem. With the options that we have now, you shouldn't have to carry a syringe anymore. And this is probably 80% VG juice. It's pretty thick. So these little tips handle it pretty good. But this review ain't about the bottles, it's about the Orion. The construction of this, the finish is just flawless. The tank, I'm starting to have a couple of issues with my tank. I'm seeing cracks in it now. I've got one juice I use that has a cinnamon as part of the flavoring. It's a cinnamon Danish swirl, but it's a Capella's flavoring. I do all my own DIY. I don't know if that's what's causing it, or if the new tobacco that I have, being alcohol based, I don't know if that's what's causing it. But that's the only two that I vape. I vape a menthol tobacco and I vape the cinnamon Danish, and I'm just now starting to see the cracks in it. There's no leak into it. It's not gotten to that point, but just the fact that that tank is breaking down like that is enough to cause concern. But I'm not going to worry about that right now because it's doing this. Like I said, that's about 80% VG juice, 400 mesh, and I'm having no troubles whatsoever with it wicking. I can vape it any way I want to. Get the same results. Since the UK Vapor site went down, there's been a lot of confusion, but you guys can find No Smoker now over at Vapor Wall. He has a current list going over there. He's got accessories for it now. There's a leather case he's making for them. I think the current list is up to $580, and the last price I saw for the newer ones on the list are 170 euros, and that includes the mod and 2 tanks. So if you want to get your hands on one of these, I highly advise it. Absolute best vape I've ever had. Head on over to vaporwall.com, go into No Smoker's Corner, and get on the list and sit back and wait for the best vape of your life. Till next time, keep on vaping.